Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome back to Ixion, where if you are enjoying the series, I would ask that you please consider leaving a like, a comment, or if you're really enjoying it, a subscription with the bell turned on, because then you don't miss an episode, and I don't want you guys to miss episodes, and I hope you guys don't want to miss it either. However, in our last episode, we basically got the Tycoon, which is the space station / ship that we're on. We landed on it, we started building basically the beginnings of our city. We've got a series of houses down here, we've got a hospital, we've got a mess hall, we've got a series of storage containers, we've got a constructor, and we've got a research lab. Now currently in the research lab we are working on our EVA airlock so that we can build more solar panels on the outside of our ship here, the Tycoon, so that we can actually have more power, because you can see at the top here we're currently using 58 of the 60 that it can supply. So that's kind of where we're picking up. Now we really want to get this off and away because
I have an incoming transmission from Vohel's head of medicine, Dr. Abhinav Munshi.
okay, let's hear what they have to say.
Greetings, Administrator. I'm Dr. Abhinav Munshi, Dolo's expert in compartmentalism and medicine, and a member of the Marduk Council. I'm glad to finally meet you, even in this digital manner. Your psychological test results were quite impressive. My friend and colleague, Philip Stanford, couldn't be here today, so I will take the role of introducing you to the final stages of the Vohel engine integration. Before we get into that, however, we would like you to complete the testing station's exploration and enhancement capabilities. You'll then be able to begin researching the EVA airlock and assess its compatibility with the Tycoon's core systems. I hope that the work of our team will ensure that you're equipped to deal with most situations you encounter up there. Before I leave you, Stanford would like me to remind you that space is a far less fanciful and forgiving environment than science fiction would have us believe. It would be wise to remember that.
Well, it's a good thing you mentioned that, Dr. Munshi, because we're working on our EVA airlock now. So we'll just wait for this to finish building. Continuing around with the cycles, which is kind of this game's equivalent of days. Right, okay, so that's dropped all the resources there now, and now we need our little builder mech guy, who is just down here, to put it together. So it's one guy constructing this entire thing. At some point I'll probably get a second one, but I don't know whether having... I know 2 lets you build 2 buildings at the same time. I don't know whether they will like gang up and work together to speed through a larger building like this. However, tech, what can we get tech-wise now? Let's get the insect farm so that we can try and generate some of our own food. Ooh, that's a problem. Okay, let's turn off the tech lab for a minute, because that is the whole point. We want to go outside the Tycoon, and now we want to build some solar panels. So when we're doing external building, and you can see they kind of glow a little bit there to show you where they're going to go, they don't repair the hull, which at the moment is not a problem because we're on 100% hull integrity, so we haven't got to worry about that. So I kind of want to get the first few because I really want to power through and make sure we haven't got to worry about power for quite a while. So we can actually get solar panel set 2. Set that going as well. Yeah, there goes that one. So it's really interesting because they kind of expand all the way out and you can get it huge. It's interesting that we only get as high as 2 full sets. Okay, so that was nearly built there. We've got enough to build this set of solar panels. So yeah, I just continue rattling that on. Right, now we should have enough to turn that back on. Excellent. Conditions are optimal. So we need 89 workers and we have 99. So we have 10 spare. So we can turn on some more of this. Do we need to turn on the steel? I don't think we need to turn on the steel at the moment. We don't need to build anything with it. So I'm kind of okay to leave that where it is. Although when this research finishes, we're going to need to get the bug farms going. And what I'm thinking is, if I actually deconstruct that, and we want to put a road out, continuing out that way. We can then move. Effectively, I want to move that stockpile over here, so it's nice and close to the metal. That's the plan with that. So we just move that over there. What do we need to do? We need to finish implementing the Vohel engine build. Okay, right. Well, you're going to have food. We then now can do insect farms. So we can fit one there. 2, 3. Because how many does it take us to feed everyone? It costs 10 food to feed the entire crew. And these will produce, when they're built, I think 1 food apiece, which isn't a lot. And that's kind of what worries me. Although, hang on. Hang on. Because they're done by cycles. So it's 10 food every 5 cycles. I suppose it depends how much food these things produce each cycle. Because if they produce more... Yeah. That's going to be the interesting trade-off there. Right, how are we doing on our external construction? So we've got 3 sets of solar panels. Could do that one, but they want us to do the Vohel engine, so let's give that a go. Set that up, because I think we're pretty okay for power now. At least for the foreseeable. Okay. What do we have tech-wise left to do? The probe launcher, we may as well get that going. Because, you know, get all the tech that we can while it's safe to do so. Right, okay, we've got an insect farm. So you produce 1 per cycle. And you need 10 every 5 cycles. So that means... So 10 every 5 cycles. So 2 should feed it. Because that means they're doing 5 for the 5 cycles needed for that each. Yeah, that should balance it. So we should be fine having 3 there. I think we're going to push our workers a little bit far. But I think that should cover us off. We can probably actually turn the hospital off at the moment. We haven't got anyone in there. But at least we're ready for it. How goes our Vohel construction? I think that's building it. Are you building it? Vohel engine, airlock tasks in queue. Oh, I see what. Oh, yes. Okay, fine. Turn this on. Turn this on. Turn these ones off. So it was stopped because the ones that were turned on had no resources in them. That'll do it. That will absolutely do it. But we don't have enough people to keep all of these crewed, and this is what I'm going to be... This is where it's going to be a really fine balance, trying to keep everything crewed along those lines. So let's speed up. Okay, so you're concentrating on the insect farms. Okay, you take 8 people. Ooh, right, well, let's turn you off for the moment. And turn you off for the moment, so that we're just ready. Whoa, keep zooming in. Because at the moment we can keep bringing food in from the Ixion, which is the external ship to us. But we can support that a little bit. Okay. So I think, yeah, that's... What are you up to? Oh yeah, building the Vohel engine. There we go. So if we have a look on the outside, I think the Vohel engine is this big disc bit around the outside here. Right, incoming transmission.
Administrator, because of your continued successful management of the Tycoon, Dolos have authorized the dispatch of new crew members and food supplies. Please ensure that they have suitable accommodation once you reach Proxima Centuri.
Okay. Depart from the solar system. Ooh. Right, bring the remaining workers from the Ixion Army aboard. So that's another 100 people. Okay, so that means I'm going to want to clear these roads here. We are then going to want to... Whoa, no, that's not what I meant to do. Population. So, 15, 30, 60, 90, which should cover it because we should have some spare overage in here. Now run that road along that back bit there, put this one along there. Okay, we are beginning to run a little bit short on steel. None that the cargo ship can pick up. That can only pick up the crew members. Okay, that's less than ideal. Right, okay. So that road's now been built, so we can take away this bit here and those two little nubbins there. Probably going to continue that all the way around and, you know, bring that down. Give it a slightly faster way to get around. Okay. Right, so these two are now empty, so I'm going to turn these off and turn on the ones that have some steel left in them. Food storage seems to be going quite nicely. Okay, we've got 2 builders, so that is working quite nicely along there. Yeah, so it's just bringing in the remaining crew members, so that is just a waiting job, isn't it? Because the... Right, okay. The science ship, you can head over to Mars and have a look at what we got over there. Yeah, because we have to wait for that to go backwards and forwards. Don't know that you're going to get to Mars, though. But that's okay. Right, okay. So the probe launcher is ready. We do not have the steel for that. I want to hold on to the steel that we've currently got.
Administrator, the different phases of preparation, calibration, and verification were successfully completed. You must now start the Vohel landing procedure. Those protocols now deem you competent to gather resources, knowledge, and test colonization routines once you reach Proxima Centuri. Before you do so, Vanir Dolos, Marduk Council founder and Dolos CEO, wants to talk to you.
Ooh.
Hello, Administrator. I'm glad to see that you have managed to complete your assignments in preparation for this unique moment in history. You must understand that this is not simply another chapter in humanity's story. The book of our life on Earth is over, and we stand now at its epilogue. It saddens me to think that there are many who have yet to comprehend the reality of our situation. We've endured endless cycles of war, crisis, and famine. Still, the worst is yet to come. There are others like Dolos who have prepared for this outcome, but most of our kind remain sheltered from the horror of the predicament we find ourselves in. This pale ghost of civilization will wither and die, and with it, the tenets and values of the past. As we prepare to leave this system for the first time, perhaps we must decide which fragments we will pick up and take forward with us. Through Dolos, I am offering mankind an alternative means of survival. The Tycoon is a tablet upon which we will carve our new history. Do you recognize why I have done all of this? Having foreseen our fate, I became fixated on altering it. I set about fashioning the ropes and tying the knots that would bind together this magnificent...
Just pause you for a second, chap. The UN has established a facility on Mars. The crew are currently lacking the materials required to repair a critical fault in their oxygen supply. They've submitted a request to Dolos for aid. So we will do that for some resources, and we will send our little thingy ship for it. Cargo ship.
Ship. It is true that our time in this world is brief. But at least I can rest assured, knowing that my legacy will endure for eons.
Farewell, Administrator. For the few who stand in the light,
And the many who dwell in the dark, you carry the fate of us all.
Okay, so now we need to, it says move the Tycoon to the moon to prepare to leave, which I will do in a moment, but I just wanted to let that cargo ship get over there, sort out the stuff at Mars. Yeah, that's just keeping that up there. Okay, and then we'll head to the moon to fire up the Vohel engine. But yeah, like I said, I just want to finish this bit off. Let's get what we can, because, you know, get every resource ready before we leave the solar system. That's the plan on that front.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Cool. How do I recall the science ship? Oh, I can bring it back to Earth. It's currently investigating an event. Ah, cool. Right, that's going to bring that back. That's going to pick up those resources, which is good. Let's start the Tycoon moving to the moon. And this is the fun thing with it. If I do this, yeah, it turns everything off. Fires up that huge engine on the back. And then if we look at the exterior view, you can actually watch it leave from whatever it was orbiting and head towards wherever you're heading it to. So yeah, we move from the Earth to the moon. Look, you can see the little retro rockets firing. This is very cool how they've done this. It is very, very cool. Right, and then we got those two ships coming back, which is nice. Still says we're moving to the moon. Apparently we're just arraying ourselves, getting ready for it, or prepping ourselves to sit where we are. Right, come on. Where are those two ships? Yep, we're in orbit of the moon now. Gotta wait for these two to come back. Right. How are we looking on food? It does say we're on minus 1.4, which suggests we need 2 more of these. Sneak that one in there. How are we doing on people? 133 required for 30. So we are well off and away on that, so that's good. I think all the ships are back. Yeah, all the ships are back. Right, let's fire up the Vohel engine. All power will be turned off while we do this, okay?
In accordance with Kraft's Stanford procedures, all ships must return to the Tycoon before Volt jump initiation.
Just dead silence as it tries to charge, but there's nothing we can do because there's no battery power, nothing's going on. Everything goes into charging this the Vohel jump, which I think is this game's version of like a warp drive. But I think it's more like a jump drive instead of a like just FTL usual thing. Here we go. Anyone feeling Battlestar Galactica here with in 3, 2, 1, jump. It is very, very cool doing this. And we're off to, I think it was Proxima Centuri we were heading towards. See, I want to know what happens if I fly through one of those strings instead of into the dots of light.
The Earth, our home, she is unique. Held in its bosom are the ingredients of evolution. Beyond raw survival, beyond the safety of comfort, we, humanity, pursue something greater. We have learnt, persevered, shaped our knowledge from that which is found in the furthest realms of science. However, humanity has brought destruction to the earth, polluted its blood, choked its breath. Today we are paying the price for this. We know the taste of a dying world. But the earth is not to be our grave. A mother does not wish to see her children disappear with her. She wishes to see instead courage in her children, to carry on. Dolos carries this courage. We have gone further than any nation, moved faster than any corporation, hand in hand with those who, like us, carry that courage. The Tycoon Station is both an epilogue of these endeavors and a prologue to humanity's next steps. Our Council of Scientists leads the vanguard. They know, as do we all, that the survival of humanity now depends on what we glimpse out there in the dark. That we are masters of our own destiny. That we must go as a species bound together, pushing further into the unknown. We set sail on this new sea because there is hope to be found, horizons to explore, and because our very existence depends on it. I give you the stars. I give you the Vohel engine.
Shows how big we are. You can see us from the Earth. And that is not good. Oh, that would be, yeah, trouble, put it mildly.
Full jump complete. Running preliminary diagnostics. Several anomalies detected. Multiple digital security breaches found within full jump routines. Full engine critically damaged. Hull integrity compromised. Analysis confirms discrepancies between the mission clock and the apparent advanced state of the solar system. We are receiving no communication signals from Earth. Likelihood of ongoing survival stands at approximately 7.67%.
That's optimistic.
Activating Marduk survival protocols. New mission objective established. Ensure humanity's survival by finding a habitable exoplanet. Urgent issues requiring immediate attention. Increase food production output. Restore hull integrity.
Okay, so here we are.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
So we are here in the solar system. You might be able to see it there. The moon, actually, if I do that, is, yeah, in pieces. And over there, the Earth looks a little bit brown. Not a happy place anymore. So, yeah, right, okay, so we got to figure out what's going on. Are we the last of us? Administrator, the crew are asking a lot of questions about the state of the Earth. The Manchari behavioural algorithms predict a decrease in productivity of 22% if those questions go unanswered. As administrator of the Tycoon station, you should find some answers quickly. Okay, so we'll send someone to Earth. And what do we have here? Administrator, you may have noticed that the moon has broken apart just a little bit. The crew are aware of this, and there are many rumours spreading throughout the station. You'll have to make an official statement. So we can say Dolos has many enemies. Something must have happened during the test jump. Being such a high-profile event, it's a perfect opportunity to make them strike, which they did say there were security breaches in our engines. It's our fault. Something must have happened. It was humanity's fate. Evidence suggests time has passed and basically humanity blew it up. I'm going to go with this one because they did say that there were breaches in our digital stuff, which may have then made us bring it through.
The crew's trust in your leadership is falling.
5% penalty. Okay, so here's our trust in the administrator. Right, okay. So let's play time a little bit. Hull integrity is coming down, so I want to turn on the automated repairs. Actually, no, I don't need to turn on the automated repairs because we can wait for that to drop, because one of the things I noticed is if we look at this, there you go, EVA airlocks running at 50% efficiency. The higher the hull integrity, the longer it takes EVA airlocks to identify new breaches and repair, lowering their efficiency, which suggests that we're actually better off waiting for it to drop a bit, because then that works better. Also, I did have a slight random bug where it seemed to crash after the jump, so I had to reload and play the last 30 seconds. And I did also start getting the steel meal in the technology tree because we now have access to the tier 2 stuff. So, we want to send our science ship to... Let's go to the Ushinabe, see if there's any random food or stuff left there first. Fleet, you're still on set to collect everything. Let's go back to the interior view. We are probably... How many people do we have? Plenty of spare people. We are going to want to do a probe launcher now because we are going to need to look outside. We don't have room for it. Ooh, I really thought I was going to sneak it in there, in that corner. Okay, that's fine. We will just have to take this away and we'll have to stick it down here. Oh, I've got to take that road away as well. Oh, that's less than ideal. Okay, probe launcher there then, and now we run a road along here and we'll just reconnect it down like that. Okay, because we are going to want a probe launcher. So how is our food looking? Have plus 2.6 per cycle, but I wonder if that's still hanging over from when we had access to the Ushinabe. What do we have here? Administrator, Section 1 has almost reached its maximum structural load. With more infrastructure needed soon, a new sector will need to be unlocked. Originally, the sectors are programmed to automatically unlock after completion of the mission to Proxima Centuri. With the change in the Tycoon's mission objective, the restriction could be bypassed by manually overriding the gate lock mechanisms. We are definitely going to want to do that. And we don't have the electronics for that. Yeah, I want that, but we haven't got the electronics at the moment. So yeah, we'll just have to cancel that for the moment.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
All good. What are you finding at the Ushinabe? Our sensors have detected the Ushinabe. The ship is broken in two, not good, and is not transmitting any signals. A summary of the intelligence of the Ushinabe. The phrase, whoever helps Dolos is an enemy of humanity, has been daubed in large letters on the wreck of the Ushinabe, and mummified bodies are attached to the hull. That sounds like the Reavers from Blinking Firefly up to that. Let's gather what remaining resources we can from it. We're in the meal cycle. Okay, so we are positive. We're 0.6 in the plus, which is good. Food is not a problem then. Okay. We don't have steel. This is a problem. Hopefully they find some, because we're gonna need it. Okay. Fast forward through that. Right, what do you find? Thank you. Right, what have you find? Food. Okay. Take the food and then go to Earth. And I think that's where we're going to end this episode, with us heading towards Earth. So, yeah, something's happened to the solar system. It is not how we left it, you know, other than the moon being shattered to pieces. But, as usual, likes, comments, subscriptions, they all help the channel grow. They help get this out in front of other people. So thank you very much to those of you that do that. The likes let me know that you guys are enjoying the series and you want to see it keep coming. The comments, I adore interacting with you guys in the comments. So please throw any comments out that you can. I do try and, well, no, so far, touch wood, I have replied to every comment, so please do keep them coming. And the subscriptions, they help the channel grow. They really help a lot. And also, if you do that and you turn the bell icon on, YouTube will let you know when the new episodes come out, because I don't want you guys to miss them, and I hope you guys don't want to miss them either. So yeah, please consider that. And other than that, I hope you've enjoyed coming with me, and I will catch you all next time when we find out what happened to the Earth.